I can feel the seasons changing. The syringa trees are slowly starting to change colour, the leaves turning gold and amber. Most of the seasonal birds have already left, heading back to warmer places. I can't explain it, but the air just feels different, almost quieter. Morning. But not everything is leaving. In fact, in autumn and winter, animals like the monkeys and civet hang around more than ever as food becomes just a little more scarce and they'll have to try a little harder to find it. Hopefully that doesn't include our pantry or my breakfast.
A place that you can call your home.
It's actually kind of cozy this time of year. The sunlight is soft and not blazing like in summer, and it warms you in a way that makes you just want to sit and watch the bush wake up slowly. The light catches on the turning leaves, shadows stretch slowly across the ground, and the air smells faintly of dried leaves. It's these moments that make this my favorite time of year.
You are brick by brick, we live. The bones still live so place. Memories I won't let ever fade. Come back home to me.
Hello everybody and welcome to another video. Actually wait, just give me 1 second. That's ghastly. Joys of having a troop of baboons live in your garden. Anyway, as I was saying, good morning everybody. It is such a beautiful, I want to say autumn's day. It's not autumn yet, but it really does feel like it. This morning it was so dark and it just happened like all of a sudden, like first thing you know, it's flooding, and then I wake up one morning and it's completely dark at 5 a.m. I kind of like autumn. I feel like winter and autumn is everyone's least favorite seasons, but they're actually my favorite, especially after all the floods we've been having, which, by the way, I'd say our half of the reserve has almost recovered from the floods. The other half is like still kind of closed off, but you know, we're getting there. And as much as I love rain, I'm kind of looking forward to not having it for a little while. But anyway, so this morning I'm going to head over to the lodge and just help out a bit with breakfast. If you're new here, I live on a Big 5 game reserve in Africa, and I stay in like a little camp enclosed by an electric fence, and in that camp is our house, a few staff houses, and the lodge. So it's literally like a 60-second walk away from the house. So I'm gonna go head up there real quick and help out at the kitchen, and then that'll hopefully give you guys a chance to see a bit of the behind the scenes of a game lodge. So today I'm going to be helping out with the breakfast buffet, specifically the fruit platter, which means that I'm going to be using the green chopping board. So fun fact, in the hospitality industry, it's compulsory to use different colored boards for different fruits, mainly for hygiene purposes. So here you can see all the fruits. So these are actually called prickly pears, but I'll chat a bit more about them in a second. And this is a kiwi berry. I then started by chopping the pineapple, and we like to arrange it in this cool zigzag pattern. Then I moved on to this absolutely gorgeous dragon fruit, which is apparently called a red pitaya, the more dramatic cousin of a regular dragon fruit, but honestly I think they taste exactly the same. And this here is called a prickly pear. I have to be a bit careful with them because they have these super annoying tiny little thorns. They're so small you don't even notice them until you get them stuck in your fingers. They're actually considered an invasive species in some parts of South Africa. And I think they originally come from Mexico. Oh, and they don't actually taste anything like pears, but they're still absolutely delicious. So this is one of the more interesting ones. This is a kiwi berry and it looks exactly the same as a kiwi in the inside. And it tastes a bit like a kiwi too, but it's just a bit sweeter. So I'm going to just finish it up now with watermelon, sweet melon, spun-speck, we've got some mango, blueberries, raspberries and some apricots. I think that's everything. After cutting everything else, I just finished it off with some raspberries and mint. Now it's ready for the buffet. It's definitely not as professional as the chefs, but you know, it's worth a try. You can hear the goshawk outside. So now I'm going to go put it on the buffet, and then someone's going to have to watch it so that the monkeys don't actually steal this. The cold buffet is ready and they'll be bringing the hot breakfast out later. Alright, I am all done now and I think I'm going to head back down to the house. My dad should be arriving any second now with the guests because if you didn't know, my dad's a game ranger. But what I love so much about the lodge kitchen is we've got this radio in there that connects to all the game drive vehicles. So while you're there chopping your fruit, I'm listening to like everyone report things from lions to elephants, and it's just kind of nice to know what's going on around outside. But anyway, it looks like Mokoena and Joshua are just finishing up a soccer match, so I'm going to go and watch the end of that.
2026 Man of the Match,
Grand finals!
Player of the Year.
So it is the next day now, and now I am going to be attempting to take the salt block out for the animals. The reason I say attempting is because it is really heavy, and I'm going to be using a very old wheelbarrow, and it also happens to be quite a distance, so I don't actually know if I'm going to be able to pick it up. But I'm going to try my best. So the first thing I'm going to go and do is switch the electric fence off, because you have no idea how many times it has happened where someone's carrying this wheelbarrow over the fence and then they put the metal part down on it and they get shocked. So I don't want that to happen to me. But yeah, I'm going to go and do that first. Exiting the perimeter. Scanning for elephants and anything that might potentially want to eat us. So whenever we leave the camp, we just have to scan for anything that might want to eat us, and things like buffaloes and elephants. And we're just going to drop the salt off right over there. It's kind of heavy. Go get some momentum.
A few moments later.
Don't shock yourself now. Oh my gosh, don't.
I got it.
Okay, don't shock yourself on the tripwire.
Excuse me. Okay. I wanted it to get bad. I'm sure I'll be able to move it. So fine. Gotta give it a taste test. Tastes like salt. And that was my exercise for the day. Now I'm gonna go wash my hands. Look at the butterflies. Okay, now that I'm back home, I've just got to check for ticks because unfortunately ticks seem to think I'm really yummy. That's a tick bite, that's a tick bite, that's a tick bite, that's a tick bite. Yeah, you get the point. Although I'm always getting bitten by them, I've never actually had tick bite fever before. The only person who has had tick bite fever quite a few times is my dad. And it's not fun. So these are Marulas, and I'm going to be cutting these up because I'm going to be making Marula jam. So they're an indigenous fruit. They fruit around January and February, and the best way I could describe how they taste is citrusy and a little floral. But my brother is going to be helping me today. No, I've got knives. Okay, wait. So this takes quite a while, but all we're gonna do now is cut them in half, like through the middle, not entirely in half. Like 99% of this thing is a pip, and then we're just gonna pop them in this pot, and then I'm actually just gonna soak them overnight, and then we'll cook them tomorrow. This. I'm trying not, no, this way. Just through the middle. Just like that. Before we continue with this, I'm gonna go a little back in time to when we were harvesting these on the side of the road. People love to say marulas make animals drunk because the fruit ferments on the ground. It's a fun story, but mostly a myth. The alcohol levels in naturally fallen fruit are far too low to actually intoxicate animals. They'd have to eat an unrealistic amount for it to have any real effect. So, the baboons aren't tipsy, just very opportunistic and well fed. So now we're going to show you guys how to eat them.
So I'm going to show you how to eat a marula. So you're going to take the marula, you're going to bite it like that, and there's a hole there, and then you're just going to squeeze it here into your mouth.
How would you describe the taste of a marula?
Tastes like licorice.
No, it doesn't. No, for real.
A fruit.
Now we're gonna cut all of these through the middle. If my brother leaves any of them, I think, how many have you eaten around now? It just fell underneath the trampoline. I think this thing is like half the size. Okay, but now we're gonna cut these all in half. Last one. And then after this, we are going on a game drive. And what's significant about this one is this is actually going to be Mokwena's last game drive, which is really, really sad because she's going to be heading over to university, and we're really, really gonna miss her. But so yeah, I think I've said this 100 times, but now we're gonna cut these in half. Okay, now that that's done, we're going to get ready for a game drive. Excuse me.
Dust motes dancing in a shaft of fading light. I trace a map of shadows from a long forgotten night. There's a gate half hidden by ivy old and green, leading to from a fountain long run dry. A melody.
The mud on him looks so cool. It's grumpy.
Kilo wakes up at 5, Yosha wakes up at 7:45, just before school.
Childish fears, every petal holding a secret I once knew, a fragile, quiet beauty forever shining through. The paths are overgrown now with moss and tiny weeds, but I recall the stories planted there like seeds. A swing set broken, rusted, still hanging from the tree, a testament to moments just for you and me. The air still holds the promise of a wonder undefined, a curious enchantment.
So it's the next day now, and today we are going to head over to the city. It's a 3-hour drive, which I'm not looking forward to, but maybe we'll see something on the way. So we're actually going to be attending a concert, which I'm really looking forward to. I don't know if I'll film a lot of it, but just enough for me to like look back on. I'm currently watching the zebras just outside the fence here. I finally have the excuse to wear one of these in public. Let's go.
Dust motes dancing in a shaft of fading light. I trace a map of shadows from a long